Hi artists, today we're going to create our first project where we're going to create the illusion of space. You should have watched the video on different ways on how to create space. For this project we're going to be using one-point perspective, which means we pick a point and all of our lines go to that point. So for this one you can also look at the examples. I'm calling it parachute fun because it looks like kids are having fun in a parachute. So I'm going to pick a point around the center of my paper. I'm starting off with a square paper. I think it's easiest to do that. I'm going to start about there. Now you can make maybe anywhere between 8 and 12 lines going from that dot out into the edge of the paper. You have to have an even number, so 8, 10, or 12. Otherwise, the coloring part will not work for this. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then now I have 11, so I'm going to go ahead and make 12 over here. Okay? So we have our 1 point, or vanishing point, or the 1 point perspective, all the lines going out to the edges. If you want to use a ruler to make the line straight, you can do that. Now the next step is you're going to make curved lines in each of these triangles, but we're going to curve some of them up and some of them down. So we're going to do every other. And when you get to the edge, you'll notice I'm going to pretend it goes off the edge of the paper and comes back around. Okay? So you could do this either way. I can make all of the curves going up first and then go back and do the curves going down, or I can switch and do every other. I'm going to do all of the curves going up first. So I'm skipping a triangle in between each one. And this is why we need an even number, otherwise we'd have 2 of our triangles with curves going the same way, and that's not going to work out very well. Okay, so now I have all of my curves going up done. Now I'm going to go back in and make the curves going down, or the opposite way. You don't have to connect the lines. It's okay if they don't connect. So it's almost like a shallow U shape. The curvier you make the lines, the more three-dimensional, or the more it will give it the illusion of space. Obviously I'm doing this pretty quickly, so my lines are not perfect, but that's okay. I'm just giving you the idea of how to do this here. Just like when we start coloring, I'm not going to color the whole thing in. Okay, so now you can kind of see our illusion starting to form now. Now, there's a few different ways you could color. You can color in each space if you would like. So maybe I wanted to do blue and purple. Notice I'm kind of going ahead and coloring the edges of my shape first. I'm using colored pencil. You can use crayons, you can use markers. If you don't have any of those at home, you could just shade with pencil if you would like to. So I would just continue doing blue, purple, blue, purple. Another way you could color is you can just color every other space and leave one space white. So maybe I would start with this one as purple, and then that will be white, purple, white, or whatever colors you'd like to use. I'm also going to show you another way to give it the illusion of space, or making it look more three-dimensional, is if around the edges You're going to make it a little bit darker, and then it's going to get lighter as it goes towards the center. So I'm not pressing as hard with my colored pencil when it goes in the center there. And really, if you're coloring in the direction of the curve, it will look even better. If you would like, afterwards, you could even add a little bit of pencil to make it darker right along the edges, and you can just go ahead and make it dark along the whole edge there. Oops, went out of the lines a little bit there. Gonna grab an eraser. And then you can also take an eraser if you're using colored pencil, and you can make a white stripe going all the way up the middle of each section. It gives it kind of like a highlight. So it looks like it's highlighted and in the center, and then if you do the pencil or a black along each edge, that would be kind of like the shadow. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this one up so you can see this a little bit better here. So again, I'm just going ahead, trying to make it a little bit lighter in the center, darker towards the edges. And I can go back and make it darker like that. I can use my pencil, make it even darker along the edge. And then if I'm pretending my line goes right up through there, so you can do a highlight. So it gives it more of an illusion of space, right? Again, I would take my time coloring this in. I'm just trying to show you quickly. So you're going to continue doing that for your entire square, and you'll see the illusion come out at the end. It looks really cool, and you're creating that space by making that one point perspective, or that vanishing point. If you would like to have a little bit more fun with this, you can have an adult at your house take a picture of you in a pose maybe that looks like you're falling into the parachute, and you can cut that out and glue it to the center. Okay, hope you have fun. Can't wait to see what you guys did.